my name's Dan Connor. I'm the owner of Bimmer Performance Center. And in this video, we're going to be talking about a couple components that we've been using on our F82 M4 fully built S55 track car. Specifically, these Billet Vanos units and this crank hub right here. The manufacturer's name is Mahenker, and they're out of Poland, and they reached out to us about a year and a half ago or so, and we decided to give it a shot. The reason these are back out of the car is we lost an oil pump. Actually, both of these cranks suffered the same catastrophic failure, which we have a fix for, and we'll talk more about that in the next video. But when we took the engine apart, I was very pleased, super happy in what I saw and observed, and I'd like to share that with you here. We'll start with the Vanos units here, and these Vanos units from the factory are cast, and the Mahenker one is billet. If you look on the front side of the gear, you notice there's no spring here. And the reason that there's no spring is because the tolerances of the internals of this Vanos unit with this piece and this piece are tighter than they are from the factory. And because they're tighter, the return spring's not needed. It's pretty awesome. The other big piece, other than going from cast to billet, and which I feel is one of the most important, is the hardware and the bolts that hold it together. As you know, these Vanos units can break bolts. All right, we've got a 7mm aluminum bolt and an 8mm 8.8 steel bolt here. These bolts are way stronger than the aluminum bolts, not to mention a millimeter larger. So there's no worry of failure of the bolt head coming off, the bolt backing out, losing timing, everything that goes along associated with it. Our engine has basically everything that there is available: rods, pistons, ported head, valves, springs, cams. And we turn it to 8,500 RPM. It makes 900 horsepower. All the way out to 8,500. We don't track it at 900, we track it at 750, but we do take it to 8,500 on track. And to kind of give you an example of the type of environment that is, I mean, we will run 4 25-minute sessions per day, 8 over the course of a weekend, and 1 25-minute session. The car will consume 8 gallons of fuel and a gallon of water methanol in 25 minutes. So to put that in perspective, we're going through a half a tank of fuel at full tilt in 25 minutes. So it's a very harsh environment, and it sees continuous abuse. We've had 0 issues with these Vanos units. They work. They're fast to react, don't throw faults. It's a quality piece. Over here, on this side, we have their version of the crank hub. And here is your standard 4-pin crank hub, and this is the Mahenker hub. And you can see it's knurled all the way around there. And it's just a great piece. I like this hub because it's more simple in design. The 4-pin is 2-piece, 1-piece. This one requires drilling. As you can see, you're going to have to drill 4 holes into the front of the crank here. We've never had a problem installing one, but we have seen a few come into the shop where it was installed incorrectly. There's excessive run out in the front hub. And then the whole, it's a bad situation when it gets down to that. This style hub requires no drilling. There's no worry about breaking a drill bit. There's no worry about metal shavings. It's literally just, it's interference fit, and it'll come here to the crank, line it in, suck it in with the bolt. It's perfect. If you also look on the crank here, the knurling of the design in here matches, it mated itself to the crank. So it's very, very robust design. It's not going anywhere. Very similar to the new BMW axles, use the same type of mating surface where they got rid of the bolts and stuff, and there's just one single bolt. The other part that I like is it comes with a Nordlock washer, which is similar technology to this knurling. And you can see here that Nordlock washer mated itself to the front of the hub as well. As a matter of fact, when we went to remove this hub, it was on there so strong it actually it broke the socket, which is just a testament to how strong this thing was put together. If you have an S55 and you are considering doing a crank hub, I would highly suggest the Mahenker hub. It's less expensive than the 4-pin, simpler design, super efficient, and has withstood the most abuse that I think you could put one of these hubs through, and we're confident in it. We've had real good luck. Because of that, we're going to be a distributor for both of these products here in the U.S. This company's out of Poland. We've developed a relationship with them, and real good guys to work with. So I wanted to wait and personally test these parts before I give them the stamp of approval, and they really, really held up nicely. So if you like this video, stay tuned. We're going to have more to come. You can go to our website. We'll have these up for sale on the website, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.